It's not in there.
I'm here to tell you there is something in there, in you, that is trying to reach out from you, pulling you toward hope. Are you feeling bored and empty inside? Maybe you have a decent job. You got the promotion. You made the sports team. You are in a good relationship. You have the car, the house, the things you thought would bring you some happiness. But you still feel a void inside, and you don't know why. Please stay tuned, because today we are going to talk about 5 reasons why you may feel empty inside, and 5 ways to overcome this sense of disconnection you feel and to wholeheartedly embrace the life you have right now. Hi, and welcome to The Inspired Therapist, where we blend science, a little mysticism, and psychology to encourage you to optimize your mental health. The first reason you may feel empty inside: unmet inner needs. You might have tried to do what you thought was the right path: go to school, get a job, find a partner, and so on. Despite these attempts, you might have neglected the deeper aspects of your emotional and inner or psychological well-being. American spiritual teacher and author Adyashanti said, "True fulfillment is not found in things outside of us, but in the depth of our own being." When we think about our emptiness, it helps to consider not just what's there, but what we have overlooked, whether it's self-love, personal growth, or spiritual exploration. Do you struggle to set boundaries with others, find yourself people-pleasing to your own detriment, and avoiding your feelings by numbing yourself with food, alcohol, or social media, or other things? These behaviors may hint that you are chasing a sense of self, a sense of identity, by taking care of everything or everyone around you, or avoiding them, until you are left bereft of any energy or worth. Second reason why you may feel empty: unexplored shadows. No, not the shadows in the hallway or under your bed. Swiss psychologist Carl Jung described our shadow as that hidden, repressed part of ourselves that feels inferior, so we try to avoid it. How do we know what our shadow is? Think about what really irks you about other people. Maybe it's their selfishness or their anger, or consider things you don't particularly like about yourself, but you try to hide from others, like how you envy people with money or status. These are clues to your shadow side, and these feelings are not bad, and they are not to be pushed aside. They can actually be the source of uncovering more information about why you feel empty. Maybe because if we realize that our anger or envy can actually be channeled into great power or motivation, we would use it in a productive way rather than stuffing it down. Reason 3 why you might feel empty: existential void. Ever feel like life lacks meaning? This can cause an existential void in us. But this crisis presents an opportunity for you to find your own meaning and purpose. Emptiness, as it relates to mental health, is certainly a marker of possible depression, but also an existential feeling that has to do with how you connect to yourself and to the world around you. If you feel disconnected from yourself, feel estranged from who you are, almost like you aren't really connected to reality sometimes, you might need to look into this void. I know that sounds scary, but as American mythologist and author Joseph Campbell said, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." Reason 4, the comparison trap. The age-old trap of comparison often leads to a sense of emptiness. In a world of social media, highlight reels and Facebook, it's easy to feel like you're falling short. Ever hear comparison is the thief of joy? That's from the 26th President of the United States, Teddy Roosevelt. It's hard not to compare ourselves with so many opportunities in our daily lives or on social media. Everyone else seems like they have it all together. They're the better student, the more loving mother, the more successful worker. This comparison does not inspire us, but drains our energy and leads to a void inside of never feeling good enough. Reason number 5, lack of connection. Lastly, the emptiness might stem from a lack of genuine connection with oneself, with others, or the world. This encourages us to consider the notion of interconnectedness of all things and how we may need to allow meaningful relationships and experiences to fill the void within. The key phrase, of course, is meaningful connections and relationships, not random, desperate, or shallow ones. There is also some debate within quantum physics about this notion of connection to all things. Quantum physics, specifically quantum entanglement, is sometimes associated with the idea of interconnectedness between particles. Entanglement is a phenomenon where two or more particles become correlated in such a way that the state of one particle is directly related to the state of another, regardless of the distance between them. This phenomenon challenges our classical notions about separateness. Now that we've explored the reasons behind the emptiness we may feel inside, let's shift gears to discuss ways to overcome it and fill our lives with purpose and meaning. Number 1, mindful living. Embrace mindfulness. This has been a buzzword of late, but it simply means being present in each moment rather than racing through it. For example, as soon as you wake up, before you jolt out of bed, pick up your phone or run to the shower, take a moment to notice how your body feels. Are you relaxed? Or are there any areas of tension or stiffness? As you get out of bed, stretch. Reach your arms overhead, stretch your legs, and take a moment to elongate your spine. Coordinate your stretches with deep breaths. Inhale as you stretch and exhale as you release. As you stretch, take a moment to express gratitude for some aspect of your body. For example, say, I'm grateful I can raise my arms above me and feel the tension release in my neck. Reflect on the simple act of stretching as a way to care for and appreciate your physical well-being. 2, a second way to feel more whole inside is to embrace the journey. This relates back to the notion of shadow work. This means confronting your shadows, making the unconscious conscious. Again, these are the thoughts or feelings we have that we think are shameful, but are actually fruitful in finding more meaning in life. Here's an exercise you can do. Sit in front of a mirror and gaze into your eyes. As you maintain eye contact, think about a situation that recently triggered strong emotions in you, such as discomfort, guilt, shame, or anger. Feel this emotion without judgment, without saying, I shouldn't feel this way. Rather, be curious about this emotion. This is a process, but what you will find is that if you really accepted these aspects about yourself rather than shunning them, you might find that you feel less harsh with yourself. and that you realize everyone feels these feelings, and you can use your envy or jealousy of others to inspire you to adopt behaviors that make you feel more empowered. A 2013 study showed that clients in therapy who incorporated shadow work in their counseling experienced an actual transformation of both themselves and the people around them. 3. Explore your feelings without judgment. Did you know that we experience, on average, more than 400 emotions a day? Those feelings are normal and to be expected. The problem is when we start attaching too much meaning or judgment to them. Our brains are hardwired to give emotions the upper hand. They are simply coming and going, trying to speak to us, to communicate to us what is going on within us. Sometimes we feel empty because we don't or won't, or we were told we shouldn't feel or acknowledge or express our emotions. But pushing them down or dismissing them actually widens the chasm inside. So that doesn't mean you have to examine every feeling you feel. It just means that you let them come and go like waves in an ocean. But if you feel a consistent emotion, be curious about it. Ask why it may be there, and know that it is trying to help you, not hurt you, in understanding that a need you have is desperately trying to be filled. 4. Create your own meaning. Finding meaning goes back to understanding your own personal values. Do you value being creative and thinking outside the box? Do you value relationships in your life more than success in work? Do you value respect, treating others with consideration and kindness? Sometimes people will say in therapy, I don't really know who I am or what I like beyond what others have told me I should. But when you really uncover your own values, you can begin to jump back on your own path in life rather than someone else's. Finally, number 5, focus on relationships. Once you begin learning more about yourself, you can truly offer more to others in a meaningful way. We all need alone time, but we also need connection. Busy lifestyles and the focus on individualism can make us feel disconnected from others, even people we live nearby or live with. Start small and build from there. Have you ever been at the grocery store or gone for a walk and everyone has got their head down? When you go about your day today, walk with your head up and smile at 3 people. That's it. That simple gesture allows you to begin making a connection between yourself and others, and you can build from there. Here's another tip. When you are in a conversation with someone, listen more than you talk. People appreciate you paying attention rather than you thinking about what you will say next. Listening more will actively help you connect with others. I hope this has given you some ideas to continue your path toward truly experiencing fullness in your life. In summary, when you feel that uncomfortable emptiness inside, know that sometimes we need to embrace the void, be curious about it, and be willing to do the work to fill it with our own purpose. Thank you for watching The Inspired Therapist. If this content was helpful to you, please like and subscribe to this channel. Consider sharing this information on to others you think it may help, and let me know in the comments what mental health topics you would like covered on this channel. Till next time, remember that I see you, you matter, and you are here for a reason. and I hope to see you again soon.